Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Terra Invicta as Project Exodus. Now, there is going to be a slight disruption to my recording plans for this series, and actually quite a few things on the channel. I had a really good schedule set up going into this week, and then everything has been disrupted by early access to RimWorld Odyssey, which is obviously kind of a big deal for the channel. Got access earlier than expected, including the ability to publish content earlier than the release date. So I think by the time this video goes out, if I've got my schedule and notes correct, this is going to come out on Wednesday the 9th, which is actually when the embargo for RimWorld Odyssey lifts. So there might be some delays in some points of this series, depending on how much I can get done kind of ahead of time. We might have a few days delays in between some episodes from time to time in the short term over here, but this series is going to continue because I've been desperately wanting to play some more Terra Invicta. So I just wanted to give it a little heads up. And if you are watching this on July 9th, then make sure to stay tuned for the live stream for RimWorld Odyssey. Anyway, back to the game over here. One of the things I want to do in this game that I basically ignored on my first Let's Play, and I've kind of been ignoring through this one too, is I really did want to be a little bit more diplomatic. I do want to find some people to get along with. Probably will align ourselves against the two pro-alien factions still, so the Protectorate and what are they called? The Servants. The Protectorate and the Servants, I don't think we want to be friends with. However, currently, they're kind of chill. The only people, so every single one of the factions is neutral with us, right? They tolerate us, except for the Academy, which we are in conflict. And ironically, we might actually otherwise been semi-friendly with the Academy. But that's not going to work out. I don't know if their like long-term plans still involves trying to cohabitate with the aliens, or if they realize that, you know, things have gone wrong. But the Academy are like semi-alien friendly, so they're probably a good target to be against on that thing. I mean, I hate the initiative ideologically. And we are in conflict with them, which was a somewhat an error on my part. I'd forgotten that I'd signed a non-aggression pact with them, and now we're in conflict. So, and in fact, the only two people we're in conflict with is the Initiative and the Academy. So maybe we lean into that, or maybe we try to alleviate that a little bit. I can see ourselves maybe not being friends with humanity first in the long run, because if we get aliens in our countries, they might decide to just nuke us to resolve that issue. But hopefully we'll do a decent enough job fighting off the aliens to not make us a target over there. Humanity First is at war with the Academy, so they might be a little bit distracted there. The nice thing is if we do get some intel sharing with some of these factions, they might go and be able to do the assassinations on alien counselors for us. If, you know, if they know from us where they are, that could be kind of interesting. Anyway, and I think the Resistance is a good candidate for maybe being friends with. But ultimately, some of it's going to come down to what the geography of the world looks like. For example, the Initiative has control over Italy, and we would really like that for ourselves as part of the European Union, right? Anything that's an EU country we would like, which does potentially put some conflict with the Resistance, because they do have Spain and Portugal. But maybe something else shake up over there. We're going to leave them be for now. Switzerland, which is not part of the EU, but presumably, I think there's, when we get the sort of greater European Union technology, I think then we can pull in a few more countries. I don't know actually where the lines are for that. You know, what determines which one of these techs is required for unifying which countries, but right now, Switzerland is controlled by all alien factions, so that would be maybe a good one to go against, because I don't think ultimately we'll be friends there. Of course, if we do aggressive moves against the Servants and the Protectorate, I believe those both lead to alien hate, so that's something else to consider, but I think it's still the correct priority. Now, of course, since currently we are not particularly liked by the Initiative and the Academy, maybe we could go and target Hungary. On the other hand, our control point limit, we're basically right at it, so we're not having to feel desperate to grab more space. Actually, I think Bosnia, Herzegovina, Montenegro would be a great target. It's got one control point controlled by the Protectorate. It's already cracked down. I think that does look good. Now, what are our agents doing? What did we leave things off? You are... Oh, you're doing a purge. Where are you doing a purge? Oh, you're doing a purge in Iran. Right. We want to take the last control point in Iran, that's Saudi Arabia, last control point in Iran, and just run some more spoils over there so that hopefully we don't miss out on some good orgs going forward. Anyway, I think we can go ahead and get started. I'm just trying to catch up in my own situation over here. Our mining complex on the moon is due to be completed September 9th. Okay, so we've got a little bit before that is going to happen. Let's confirm. The only places where I'm still working on Boost, I'm still working on it in, well, what was France, which is now the unified European Union, because it does have one good Boost location, and Kazakhstan. We'll probably pull away from the Boost over here at some point, because I think it is another one of those. I think Boost, mission control, and funding are all things that go up worse on larger nations. So we might want to pull back on that. I mean, we only need so much more Boost production for a while, and we will get more from Kazakhstan, which we're going to keep pushing out. Lending your expertise, European Union, great.
Making things safe for our people.
Defend interest, okie dokie. Looking good. And right, we did get a disruption in the EU recently that caused our unification to drop down, to get some amount of unrest happening, but we should be bouncing back. That's one of the reasons we're still investing a little in Unity. Plus, it's one of the ones that does give you the diversity investment boost. Like, I'm calling it diversity, but it's one of the things where if you invest at all, you get more output overall. So it's not really costing us that much. Like 9% of our investment is going towards Unity, but it's boosting our investment up to 10%. I don't know. Our investment Unity priority receiving a 7.7 diversity bonus from other priorities. Right. So I don't think we're getting to 10% here. I suspect we'd have to go and put like more dots, but it's okay. We're doing this mostly because it's going to help to bring the cohesion back to the midpoint, which is also helped by knowledge, but I want to push it a little bit faster. It's going to keep our public opinion a little higher, so I think it's going to be good. There we go. We did an unrest reduction mission in the European Union. I think things are stable enough here that the unrest wasn't really going to cause us any problems, but that's going to be okay. I have no interest at this time to invest in military. I mean, if someone suddenly declares war on us, that will be unpleasant, but maybe we can deal with that.
And Otto Hahn even dreamed that their discovery of nuclear fission.
Hey, Lise Meitner. Fun fact, my computer is called Meitner.
Nevertheless, that we would have made them proud. Chancellor Li Qingdao, keynote speech at the Spaceport Summit.
So we had invested in researching solid core fission systems because we still wanted to have the lead in one of the categories, but I think nuclear freighters, and it would be great, again, to have like sort of hyperlinked tooltips over here. I think nuclear freighters is one of the things that makes space hab developments faster and or cheaper, so it's quite good. I might be wrong. I probably should have done a lookup, but I was pretty sure. Do I want to, like, what are we looking for? Send in... Probably I want to keep pushing towards maybe one of the burner drive techs, but again, maybe pull back on actually like investing in it because I really want to develop some of our own projects. Unlocking more of the missions 2's places isn't really going to do much for us because we're still a while away from being able to like spam out there very quickly. Let's do another full tree view and check on the burner drive and right click and see where we're at here. So molten core fission systems is the next thing. It's quite expensive, but I think I'm kind of in favor to get that started because that's going to be a big deal for us. But it doesn't have a lower percentage project here. So I'm going to go, and while you do get access to the projects a little faster, even to the 100%, you don't get them instantly, so you do get them faster if you research the most. But I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to focus like heavily on both my internal projects. I'm not going to focus on one versus the other. I want to have a little pip in each one of these techs because it's increasing the total number of science we're doing per day. But I want to focus entirely on my own internal projects for now because we got a lot of catch up that we want to do there. Okay, I feel good about that. Tick, tick, tick the time. And yeah, we're spending the water and the volatiles, which is costing us some of our boost, although not that much, I suppose. But this is reaccruing, so we'll need another 45 or so to set up the second moon base, although probably by then, yeah, because I'm only making 7 per month. So we'll have started producing some of these resources before then, which is going to reduce the amount of boost that we actually need to get that done. So that's going to be okay. All right. At very agent, so I do want to find some agents so I can do some diplomacy, / maybe find aliens. Okay, we've purged the last opposing presence from Iran. We will have to do a defend over here now that we've got all 3 points. But yeah, we're going to go maximum boost, full-on kleptocracy. and funding. You can see the funding has gone up. Unfortunately, we did lose the boost producing project. That's another thing for investigating the agents. We might start some theft on them. So we shall see. I don't want to go into all-out war with any factions, including the pro-alien ones right away. But if they don't love us, it's going to be fine. Okay, Revolutionary Corps in Iran. We could go and dismantle that. I know, it's probably fine. Okay, confirm assignments. So, okay, we're slightly over our control limit. I could still grab Bosnia, etc. here, because the control point cost wouldn't be that high, but we are over, so I don't know if we're going to do that. I don't think we're planning a absorption of anything in the EU quite yet, because I think everything is correctly. I just checked right before starting to record. Everything is actually working on something that actually matters here. Either they're finishing off the MC things, or a lot of them are on the funding. What we want to do is we want to max out the funding, and then we'll go and absorb them into the EU. The other thing is we're going to check once this is over. I guess, okay, if I look at relations, I can manage your relations. Okay, so we need to flick you over to Alliance now. With everything, I mean, sure, why not? It'll cost... Actually, I don't have infinite influence. You know what? I should have just done the EU. And called that enough. Unifications. Same federation, yeah, but where's the joint federation? Pass. Maintain alliance for the duration. Pass. Okay, good. So it looks like we can pull Moldova into the European Union once the timers go and run out. And then we'll be able to unify them later. Perfect. Okay, that's what I wanted to check. Now, out of curiosity, if I told you to do this... oh, you'd actually go and do a lay low mission. Really? Really? I guess if I don't need to do a public campaign, you've got the automated units very rarely intentionally do a lay low. Are you at lay low here where we actually are already active? I don't know, it might be worth resetting you, especially with your espionage. You don't get respotted very easy. Speaking of spotted, this one, but see, if I tell you to go and automate, yeah, you're going to go defend. I guess Letitia can't do a defend.
I'm here.
But I might want you to do a disguise. Let's send you, let's send you way over here. Let's go, you can go to ground here.
Going silent.
Grant.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to go and do the defense.
Protecting
Might be you. Hezmira can't do it. She's fully spotted as well. Let's do a little reset. Although this isn't helping me spot people. And again, I don't know how worried I need to be about being assassinated at this point in the game. Fayoun is also spotted. Let me double check. We only needed to defend interest in Iran? Yeah, okay. We are good. So you go to ground. Let's go to Madagascar.
Down.
They can shut down everything. Okay. And then, yeah, so we're not working towards any of the techs. These guys can fight that part out. That's going to be fine. We'll work on our internal stuff. That's good. Oh, did anyone have enough XP for a level up? The answer to that is no. Do we have some new people that we might be able to look at recruiting? No, I think they were already in here. Now, this executive here is a striver, which is tempting because that's amazing, right? He does start with a good amount of admin. The problem is the executives don't really have a lot of jobs they can do out of the box. So I don't think we're going to go for it, but that might be a mistake. It's possible that the Striver is so good that people are screaming at me like, what are you doing? Get in there quick.
Deep cover.
Initiating deep cover.
And interest. Yeah, grabbing Sweden would be good. We could retake control over the Netherlands as well, and then we'd have to reintroduce them to our faction, which is kind of a pain in the butt. Or not our faction, but our federation, right? Because they've left the EU. But I guess for now, we're going to have to be okay. Aliens are building more stations all over our solar system, making us feel very uneasy. Oh yeah, we're going to want to start work on, I'm assuming this project. Tell you what, I'll set as a favorite. We will have to decide what branch of fission we're going down. Because you don't need to pursue them all, although sometimes there's prereqs from one to the other, so it's going to be worth just double checking to see what leads to what. Oh yes, found settlements. Yep, okay, let's set a favorite on that for sure. That's a big deal. Okay, boost continues to go up. And yeah, I am wondering Okay, it's about to tick over again. Do I want to pull out of the boost of the European Union? We've got Kuru. It's really, it's good. I wish I knew more of the mechanics for like the boost generation so I could know what to do to optimize the boost
My
production.
family had this farm in Mississippi. You name it, they grew it. Corn.
All right, you've switched to, oh, okay, mission to the asteroids. All right. Oh, which does remind me, and not here. Here, prospecting, no, solar system. Yeah, we need the probes to be able to probe Mars. I guess I'm not going to pull away from the boost, that's for sure right now, because we still need, I mean, we're still going to need some boost, and later on we might need the boost to, I think, maintain space hotels and stuff. So, I mean, it's not that it becomes pointless. Okay.
What's the up?
Oh, you were still on automation. Okay, let me cancel that. Let me double check that we're happy with the defense state of all our nations, and we are. And we've got nothing to attack, nothing to investigate. Okay. So what we could do is a few scans to see if we can spot
At
someone.
your service.
On the other hand, there's probably someone we know. We could even do an internal check or something. We could go for some of these lower percentage ones. There's a chance that some of these are aliens. But I don't know. I think I'll go for the higher percentage ones. It might just be, you know, the difference in espionage rating. And then we'll see if we
Surveilling target.
might just be able to start doing some negotiations. Does anyone else have an investigation ability
Where do you need
at
me?
all? No, we literally only have one person who can investigate. Oh, no, no, that's... Okay, Letitia can also do it.
Ready.
So you're doing the one over here.
I'm here.
So Letitia, I mean, it should do the one over in Indonesia.
We'll see what they're up to.
And we'll, I mean, if they turn out to be like a servant, for example, we might just want to see if we can go and flip them. That would definitely be a possibility. All right, I'm going to go and tell you to go to ground.
Going into
Because you hadn't cleared your stuff yet.
At your service.
And you guys are fine. If I were to tell you to automate... Yeah, you'll do a scan in the EU, which is good. And you could... Oh, you can't do a scan, which is too bad. You'll try to reduce the resistance or the unrest here. Which I think I kind of approve of. Okay. I think this is probably fine. And there's... Oh, hello. You're new. And you have boost. Not much, but you've got some. A little bit of money, a little bit of boost, a little bit of, what is it called? Engineering. A little bit of science and some discounts here. Oh, and a space mining bonus. Okay, so you're going to stick around forever. Do we throw you onto Henrietta? I guess it doesn't matter. You don't give a stat that matters for any action. I mean, I don't think science matters for any one particular set of tasks or anything like that. So yeah, you might be a great candidate to hold on to this bad boy. So let's do that. It's barely any boost because 0.05 per month is pretty bad, but we'll take it anyway. You are 2 pip with 7% mining bonus. Yeah, we're going to own you for the rest of time. This is just the welfare boost. Gives you the stabilized mission, which doesn't really matter to us too much. Okay. Good. Groovy. Excellent. Next turn. Oh, I didn't do an XP check. No.
going off the grid.
Go to ground.
On Overwatch.
We'll surveil over here. Didn't spot anyone. Special projects. There's our nuclear freighters. Accelerates HAB delivery by 18% and reduce boost. Yeah, see? That's pretty good. That is going to be a huge deal. I don't know if that gives us a boost discount to our probes as well. Now, we could swap out of the alien movements, but I could also just hyper-focus on arrival markets specifically.
We've got some info
But I think I'm
on
okay with
target.
this. Humanity first. Okay, I would just like to talk to humanity first.
We've all gaped in awe at those images of the Earth as seen from space. Beauty.
Person of interest.
Oh, someone pointed out, this is a button, and this might be new. So this is share. This is a percentage of all of our investment points and where category it's going to. And the share is the actual number of investment points that are going to each category. That's kind of cool. And then various bonuses. This is possibly a more useful number to really showcase what is happening here. I like that. Although, can we find out how much boost we need for the next level? Like, so we know we're getting 9.5 investment per month. I guess it's just this number. For every 2, the boost goes up by 1. I think they all say 2. But does the actual amount of boost, like this goes up 1 boost level, does the actual amount of boost depend on where it's being built / the cost of the nation? Man, I don't know. Investigate critical success, loyalty score of maybe 25. This is with the initiative. I don't think we're looking to turn either one of them. Because what we need to do is we need to do a full investigation to find their actual loyalty number. And then we might be able to do a turn. I don't know that we have to turn those. Although we could consider doing a project theft. I know I'm talking about like trade and stuff too, but there's a possibility we want to snag like a boosting project would be good. All right. EU is now peaceful. That's good. And yeah, the cohesion is rising again, which is going to help with some of the pacification. Yeah, I had the unity set to 3 pips at first, but I pulled it down to just 1 pip because I didn't think we needed quite that much to help to bring things back, especially with the investment in knowledge. But I think this is fine, especially with the sort of diversity bonus. It is really useful that way. All right, arrival market's going to be completed on the 9th of September. Which is also when our mining is done. And actually, that's all coming up pretty soon. So yeah, we won't need as much boost for the next base stuff, which I'm going to prioritize above probing Mars. Because I think, like, it's possible other people have sent the probes to Mars, although I think we're making more boost than everyone by a significant amount. It's possible they probe Mars, but they won't actually be able to claim anything there yet. I'm pretty convinced. Okay.
Where to?
First, what would you do if I put you alone? Yeah, you'll just do a scan. We'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get you to investigate whoever this is.
Eyes on target.
And then you are spotted by a couple of things, but that might be fine. Do I just want to do a little chit-chat with the initiative? I think that might be okay. Again, I'd love to jump on Italy, but they've got it secured for now. Maybe I stay unfriendly with the Academy as semi-alien adjacent. And then, yeah, our targets for opportunity at that point just stay being servants, protectorates, plus Academy. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go, and we're gonna do a little chat. Actually, no, hold on. We don't have that many people who investigate, so we're going to go and maybe let's do one of these low number ones. And I'll give you a little bit of ops. There's a good chance it's going to fail, but we might find out you're an alien.
Target.
Ready to go.
And you've got nothing really terribly, yeah, lower resistance. You know what? It's fine. We've got to handshake, have a chat with this person.
Establishing contact.
And that's Muga, okay? Because then Henrietta, although we might do some inspires here. You would try to lower that.
Orders.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Maybe you do that, and then you do a scan. Can we do a contact? Not with Muga. Oh, they're like a dangerous target. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this, and let's talk to humanity first. They're crazy, but they might be our kind of crazy. Oh, there might be XP. You're a quick learner, so yes, you could. And I think you're going to go into more admin. Again, we'll give you the survivor trait at some point because it's a really good cost-effective deal for +1 security. But let's keep up the admin, which will help with the control point, and of course, we can hold on to more stuff as well. Okay. Let's confirm. And yeah, a little bit of trade is going to be fine.
You've got the hunger to be better than your origins. We can respect that.
Hold on, I think I was just checking the wiki before starting to record, and I think on this page we do get more information. Like, on the intel screen, we either just get like I think there's only 3 numbers on the intel screen. Where did I? Oh my god, I have like 3,000 tabs open. What did I do? Hang on. Terra Invicta Diplomacy. I'm just going to open a new tab. There we go, from the wiki. So, I was just reading because I did want to do a better job at this. So yeah, on the relationship screen, the only info we get is tolerance, like tolerant conflicted, like, or I think it says in conflict or at war, and that's it. But then on the trade screen, we get, I think right here, more information about the specific hate score. So tolerant is something between 10 and 20. Well, 20 turns to wary. And if this is the hate number, and if our hate number is under 10, they become pleased. And apparently doing any trade at all drops the hate by 9. And if it's trade that is beneficial for the other side, it might be like 18 points. Although it's possible that these numbers are on like different scales and different sources, so it's not a direct one-to-one comparison. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to take a look. So yeah, we don't know anything about... Oh yeah, no projects. There are potentially some orgs that we might want, although I hate that we can't see the values of them right away. Like if we could find anything with boost... I mean, that's percentage boost, but that's not exactly what I mean. These mining ones we're probably going to want to prioritize later. What I like about this is it does give us some ops income, which wouldn't be terrible, although at least we have some now. So my idea was to see, like, hey, can we buy one of these orgs? Probably the answer is no. Okay, let's say, rocketry. It's just science and things like that. There was one of these that was sort of tempting to me, but I can't remember. This has also got some ops, and is a much lower level one. Like, I'm wondering if we can do this in exchange for maybe money, or an org we don't care for, I don't know. And part of me is like, oh, it's not even in the list. I'm like, could we give away Tiangong Station? But apparently the answer to that is no. If I were to offer you $500, no. I suspect... Yeah, this isn't going to work at all. Okay. But tell you what then, how about I just offer you... There you go, fair trade. Now, what if we went higher? Generous trade. How can I trigger... What's the cheapest generous trade I can do? Wow, okay. It does have to be pretty high. Oops. Pretty high up. Generous trade 900. I don't know if I want to give up that much cash, because we might need it for our own orgs. But presumably, with it saying generous trade, this would be the minus 18 hate, which would be kind of nice. Okay, what's the flip side? Wow, it needs to be, does need to be 500, huh? For the fair trade. So I do get a little bit of a discount if I go to 900. These guys do respond well to money. You know what? I want to do it. So if I complete this trade, and then I go look over here. Not this tab, no. This tab. In the initiative. Just says tolerance here. Which... Is it the best? Yeah, okay. On this screen, I think tolerance is the best we can see. Oh, I should have followed up with a non-aggression. Was it in the list? Could I just tried that? Because that would have been an equal trade too. I don't. You know, we'll follow it up next time.
Initiating contact.
Your little science project.
Yeah, if I wanted this, yeah, there we go. Fair trade. This is really what I should have done with the other one, but. Oh, yeah. See, they're currently pleased, so their hate is under 10 with us. So we're in a great situation here. Again, I might want to retake that, but otherwise we're not really in conflict with humanity first right now. Okay. We're just going to have to accept that we can't take everything right now, especially if we don't want, like, open warfare between everyone. But yeah, we'll see about establishing some explicit non-aggression. Now I'm able to undertake... Oh, spin off a new org to the faction pool. Oh, is this one of our special ones? Orbital core. Yeah, no, these are all very important. We must be almost done. Yeah. Coming up on the 9th.
Surveillance complete.
A protectorate as a politician. Now, see, this might be someone useful for us to flip. I don't know if the protectorate have, like, knowledge on the alien agents the same way as the servants. But that could be something to consider. And yeah, hammering the servants and getting one of them to flip would be really good. Okay, things are getting even more stable here. Good. Because I think the resting point of this was pretty low Rest value 1.7 actually. Really? Wow. Oh, hey, I like this extra little breakdown. That's quite helpful. I don't remember seeing this sort of chart before. But yeah, unrest state is based on... Yeah, if we had more cohesion, that would bring it down a bunch. Or more armies at home, but I don't really want to do that. Rival markets. Hey, there we go. 5 extra orgs. Okay. We'll want the fission pile before we set up on Mars, but that's still not it's not going to happen instantly. This leads to Nerva drives and solid core fission 2. Okay, if I show you in the tech tree. Oh, get out of the burner view. Okay, hang on. Let me try this again. It's still you. No, it is actually full tech tree that I want to see. Oh, is that me here? Yes, there it is. Okay, perfect. Because you now, if I right click on you, you should see an endpoint, which isn't all that helpful. I mean, it leads to solid core systems too. Like if I do this, oh no, okay, it does go. Good. Oh, the grid drives. That's one of the early ones, isn't it? That's like, I mean, it's slow, but it goes far. I got the burner drive in mind, which is also good, but I think the grid drives went far. Like, I'm not comparing, but I think it has like low thrust but high exhaust velocity for the current level. Now, to get this, I'm trying to right click on grid drives. Does that not work? Oh, requirements. Okay, so you still can't interact with this as much as I would like. I'm trying to click on this to get the view over, I don't know. We'll tell you what, it's such a short little research. I think probably just burning this off is a really good idea because it's going to happen fast. Oh, unless I want to push immediately to nuclear freighters. Actually, I think I do want to do that. Yeah, we got to get the boost cost down and like the time to like send something to space down as well would be good. So this is still under construction. I thought... Oh, I think this was also going to be the 9th. Yeah, okay. So if we let this take over, this will start to produce... There we go. Some of these resources. Lovely. Oh, we still have a deficit of volatiles. That's annoying. I mean, there's some upkeep used for it. Yeah, you are netting some volatiles, not a ton, but that's okay. But yeah, you'll also do the metals. All right, so let that accrue a tick, because if we look at Catsian base, for example, yeah, it would still, right now this is 41 boost to send that, but as we accumulate some of the metals, then that'll offset that. So we'll wait a tiny bit and then do it. We want to use as little boost as possible over here to do that, but I still think it's more important to spend some boost doing this than probing Mars. But yeah, if we can get some of it off, how much metal do we need? 10. Okay. Because it's the only one that's going to go up. But once we get to 10 metal, we're not going to get any more of a boost discount on setting up the next mines. Although it might mean it a little bit for the solar as well. But yeah, we should be pretty close. Okay. New orgs have been available. That's cool. Let's take a look at the orgs first. These, the ones that give you admin early on are super nice. That's very expensive and a little bit of maintenance. But it would only use up 1 admin to use it and would net us, would give us 3 extra, which is 3 extra points here, which offsets our control point, and a net of 2 extra org capacity. But that is super duper expensive. We don't have a UK rep. And I don't think... No, everyone has access to the same. I don't think I'm going to spend on the Pelops investment. I think I'm going to leave that be. And then, yeah, we've seen that one. Okay. So, who do we know about?
Reporting in.
We could look at maybe flipping Shen. if we investigate them some more. Can we only have one flipped person? Enemy counselor, enemy counselor. Okay, we can have two. That's what I thought. I'm wondering if it might be worth just finding someone first. I don't know. Let's investigate you.
Your orders?
And then I think you might go and look for someone new. And your investigation is nowhere near as good. So I think we should go with easier targets for you just to identify them. Let's find out who's in Iceland.
Initiating surveillance.
Reporting in.
Commander, you're going to try to stabilize the EU. And you'll try to advise the EU. And you'll just go into hiding, which seems fine. Rather than advise the EU, I wonder if you should be doing a loyalty boost on some of our agents. Like maybe our criminal, who we haven't really done this with yet.
I'll speak with them.
I think we'll do that. We have to do some internal investigation still, but this seems okay. All right. I think we're going to put the cut in here. Next episode should definitely be set up the second moon base. Again, once we hit the 10 minerals or the base metals, we know that the moon base won't get any cheaper boost-wise. Well, that's not true. Again, we need a little bit for the solar panels, which takes how much? Oh, another 1.1. Yeah, okay. So barely any, but at that point, that'll be all the boost savings we can get. And then it'll be about build it as soon as possible, possibly using up all of our boost. It would be really nice if we had a little bit left over, so we were a little bit closer to the next, to the probing Mars, because we definitely want to make the push there. But again, I think setting up the 2 mines is going to be critical. I don't know. We'll see. Folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.